Hey guys, welcome back to the garage and to another bench talk. Made a little bit of progress on the 300. Not a whole lot. I haven't done anything as far as paint or as far as that. Everything's still in primer. But I did make some huge strides on the wheel situation. I finally figured out the way to go, and we'll talk about that. And then got the paint last week for it, so I got that taken care of, and a couple other small things regarding the 300. Not a whole lot to talk about on it, but we're making some good progress. But first of all, like always, we're going to pull this guy out of the way here for a minute. And we always like to have a vintage kit from the stash. And guys, this week we have got a vintage kit. Another classic JoHan. Seems to be the subject here on the bench lately, but they're so cool. Now this one, guys, is brand new. Brand new, probably the latest addition to the stash. And this was actually a birthday gift from my wife. She completely floored me with this thing, and I was so glad to get this. I'd seen it out and about, before. I'd seen it on eBay and this, that, and the other, and now finally one in my possession in the stash. So check this out, guys. Let's walk around the box here real quick like we like to do. Check this out. Authentically detailed police equipment. You got a siren, a communications antenna, push bars there. You got your radio unit with a mic, seat belts, aerials, side mirrors, rearview mirror, all the goodies on there. Down on this end, again, just a picture of the art. Kit number C5100. This is in 1/25th scale by JoHan. And then there's just a couple of the other kits that you could get, and then just a whole bunch listed there. You can pause and read all that if you want. And then now I'd actually built one of these for a friend back in the 90s, early 90s at some point. Built one of those, just did as a black, almost like a hearse instead of the actual ambulance. But then there's just some more cars there. So cool, guys. The rectangle box, so neat, so neat. And this is almost complete, guys. There's just a couple small parts that are missing for it. But it's got the instructions with it. Actually, still pretty good shape. Starting to rip through a little bit there, so we'll be real careful with those. But yeah, just this cool two-sided JoHan instructions. Basic and simple stuff. There was not a whole lot of parts to these kits, but man, were they ever cool. So there's tells you how to do your flasher dome and all that together. The push bar and the siren for the hood. And just all there, guys. So cool there. It actually has, well, we'll get to it, I guess. Oh, here it is right here. It does have the original decals with it. However, no good to use. And there's actually, shows you that is the kit that this is supposed to go with. So, but these could be actually easily reproduced. And I probably will maybe try to get a hold of STS, because I think I would like to do it in the police version. So there's the decals for it. And we'll go ahead and just dig this guy out real quick. I'm going to pull him out of the bag. Should have actually already had this done for you, so it wouldn't take up too much extra time here. Look at this, guys. This body is body's excellent shape. Get this out of there. Actually, I'm just going to pull this out of here as I fumble and make a mess of everything. But there, check it out, guys. Big old 60 Plymouth station wagon body. Is that cool or what? So another JoHan in the stash, guys. Like I said, I'm trying to build up, if I can, my JoHan kits. And this was a great one to add to it. Now, the one thing here, this is actually broke here. Right there. Broke, but that's nothing a little super glue can't take care of. We'll use some extreme power on that and get that back together. So there's the body. The glass is really very good. Could use a polishing right there. I'll probably get this thrown into a bag. Got this on my birthday, so we've been doing a lot of running and stuff, so I haven't had a lot of time to get back into this. Now, I kind of thought at first maybe somebody had taken this back window out, but I found after looking at some other ones, it was not formed with a back window. So the back window will just be open, as will the side windows. So this, your side door windows, that is. This back glass obviously is there. So the glass, the interior pan, just basic, simple stuff, guys. classic JoHan, and then the chassis. Of course, there your licensing from Chrysler Corp there on the bottom. With the chassis, basic stuff, but fun to detail up nonetheless. And then I won't dig all this stuff out, guys, but we have all the tires, the plastic tires. We got the wheel covers, the back bumper, all the engine stuff. Now, there are two pieces that are missing from this, and I've gone through all these bags already. It's missing the firewall and one exhaust manifold, which would be, I would say it's missing the driver's side exhaust manifold. So I'll have to do some searching around and see if I can't locate a firewall and a manifold for that. But you know what, guys? I just seen it. We can scratch that. Here's one manifold and there's the other. Check it out. Okay, well, we'll scratch the manifold. We just learned that together. I do have both manifolds. I just need a firewall. So we'll be in search of a firewall for this thing. And guys, she'll be complete. But the interesting thing that I found out about this kit is once you get these two pieces together, there were not even any inner fenders included with this. So it's just wide open like that. And then there's a post. That right there is a post to set the battery on. So I thought that kind of interesting. But again, I'm sure it's all comes down to in the name of cost saving. So, but nonetheless, guys, a very super cool kit. I was excited, so excited to get this one. She just totally floored me with this when I opened this up. So was very, very glad, honey. Thank you. Once again, I know I've said it I don't know how many times, but I much greatly appreciate this. Now I'm just going to throw this back in. I'll do the details at the end of the video so I don't burn up all this time. So we'll go ahead and throw this lid back on here. So that's our vintage kit for this week, guys. JoHan police wagon. Now this I did look up. I believe this kit version was released in 1972, which very well, because of the condition of the box, could very well be exactly when this one was from. So 1960 Plymouth police emergency wagon. So that's a cool kit to have. I could go on and on about it, but we got to proceed. All right, now back to the JoHan, since that's seems to be the topic lately. Guys, we got a car rolling on all fours here. Check that out. Here's what we did. I had a couple of I had an old Daytona laying around, and I had an old 500 that at one time I turned into a wrecked junkyard car. Don't know why, but I did. But anyway, so I borrowed the wheels and tires from that, and I like these Magnum 500s. I had remembered that there was that these came with the Magnum 500s. I always thought they looked nice. Now these do have multiple positions for the wheels, so I might try a couple different positions. Maybe bring this back end down just a little bit, and maybe that front. But I don't want to go too far off, from what would have been the stock height, because I like the looks of the stock versions as well. It's one of, you guys watch my videos a lot, it's one of my favorite ways to build is factory stock. And also I got another bit of news on this, is that I've actually got a front bumper and grille coming for the 67 and the glass. So this, guys, should be 100% complete here before too long. And I just noticed this, that red line is just a little oblong there. So we may have to see what we can do about that. But nonetheless, this is all still mock-up. I don't know if I'm going to keep this painted the way they were or just go ahead and redo them. I do have another whole set of wheels on a chrome tree here that I could use if I need to, if I just want to do everything fresh and new. But honestly, it doesn't look too bad with those the way they are right now. So I still got to glue these together, these wheel halves together. Like I said, they're just loose and set up so we could see. But I got everything sitting in there pretty nice. Had to shorten this axle just a little bit. And actually I had to sand the backs of these wheels off where they hook to the axle, because it was pretty long. So we got them trimmed up and right where they need to be. So that's looking good too. Guys, we got the paint. I was not able to get the paint. This should have been a Spice Gold Metallic that I want to go with. But they were not able, they didn't have the formula to mix that, so I had to go with what they call an anniversary gold. It's actually a 1964 color, but it's a Chrysler color nonetheless, so that's what we're going to go with. And then we'll come up with a corresponding color for the interior as well. And then did get the engine painted. Now this actually probably should have been more of the Chrysler green color, but you know, I figured Dad actually had it kind of painted like this, and I figured, you know what, I had some paint that closely matched a Chrysler blue, and I've seen a lot of different pictures. You know, if you search around for that, they've painted them this color, the Chrysler green. So I guess it really doesn't matter when we're building. I guess we can do what we want, right? So that's what we went with on that. Just got to get the distributor in and get this thing wired up. We'll paint the transmission, and then she should be ready to drop in there. And I did get the air cleaner stripped for the most part. I just have to go back in now then and repaint that, and then try to pull out these details. I don't know if you can see them. It says actually Chrysler TNT 440 on there. So we'll try to pull those details out as well. I noticed I did not have a radiator, but I did come across this one. This was from an old Superbird parts kit, and it fits right directly in there. So we've got a radiator now to put in there and get all painted up and detailed up, and probably throw some hoses in there, and we'll be all ready to go. So guys, I think that's all I've got on this one. The 300's coming along. There really ended up being not a whole lot of parts on that 68 parts car that I could really use for this project. So I was contacted by email. A gentleman had an old promo that he had some parts for, and he's been so gracious enough to send me the grill and bumper and the glass, and I'm just still waiting on those to show up in the mailbox. So as soon as I get those, we'll do another update next week, and we'll show you that, maybe with the bumper and grill in it, and then we'll have a 100% complete old classic JoHan, with the exception of some borrowed parts. The wheels, the tires come from this kit, Custom and Competition Muscle Car Red Line tires. These are just the old MPC tires in there now, but mostly JoHan with some borrowed parts from MPC and AMT. So with that, guys, I don't think I'm going to take up any more time now. That's really all I had this week, and come back next time, and we'll see how much more progress we have on the 67. So with that, I'm just going to close out from now. Guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Should all be about right there. And thank you, subscribers. I appreciate it. Means a lot. If you haven't subscribed, consider, and we'll try to keep bringing you the best content we can. So with that, I'm going to say, this is Eric from Eric's Model Garage. You guys have a great day. God bless you, and happy modeling.